Today we are going to show you how to remove a door panel from a 2004 BMW 330 Ci, a two-door coupe. Tools you're going to need are going to go ahead and you need one of these. Looks like this. You're also going to need a T20 screwdriver. Okay, T20. You're going to go ahead and need one of these right here as well. First thing you do is you got to remove two covers from the panel. First, you're going to remove this cover. It's on the side. Let me pull back. Usually there's a cap, the airbag cap. Looks like that. What you do is you go ahead and what I used was this here. I went ahead and pried it from the sides. Got it loosened up, and then all you do is you remove it. Okay, so that's one cap. Save it somewhere. Second cap you're gonna remove is right behind, right there, the door handle. What I did is I went ahead and used this one, this here. I went on the sides and I pretty much popped it out. Okay. Now that the screws are exposed, you go ahead and remove them. You just gotta go ahead and there's one screw here. There's one back there, as you can see it, and there's two additional ones, and these are behind under the armrest. There's one right there. And there's one right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it, and I'll come back once they're off. Okay, I gone ahead and removed the 04 Torx bolts. The one that sits back here is this long right here. Also, the one that sits right there, I haven't pulled it out. It's this long right here. And I almost forgot to mention one more. It's right there. Okay, so in reality, there are three bolts you gotta remove down here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then there's 2 on top. And right there. So now I'm just gonna remove this bolt here completely, and I'm gonna go ahead and come back and show you how to remove the door panel. The door panel. Okay, once all the bolts are removed, what you do is you're gonna need this tool right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and go on the side here of the panel and basically start popping out the pins there on the back. Okay, again, just be careful that what I do is I usually go ahead and try to get a closer look behind the panel and kind of get an idea where the pin sits. I believe one pin sits right here and another one sits right here. Okay, so what I do is I usually go ahead, if the pin sits right here, I try to stick this tool in there and pop it from there, because if I try to do it from the middle, you might damage the door panel because it's the weak point. So try to pop the pins as close as you can to them. Okay, so again, I believe there's one pin right there, and all you gotta do is go around. Let me see if I can find it. Again, I'm using one hand because I'm holding the camera, so it's a little challenging, but let me go ahead and do it. Pop them out, and I'll come back and show you how it looks from behind. Okay, I've gone ahead and removed popped out the pins on the bottom. See, as you can see, it's loose down here. Let me show you where the pins. Well, there's one pin right there, right there in the back. So then, once the pins are on the bottom here are removed, let me see. Everything's loose up here. You can pull. Next step is you go on the top here. Very firmly, you gotta pop up. Okay, you gotta go ahead and pop up, so that way it unlatches from the from down here. Again, you gotta push up. Let me go ahead and do that, and I'll come back. Okay, I went ahead and popped it already, and this is why you gotta push up. There's these pins right here all along the side of the door that holds the panel together. And I'll show you how it looks on the opposite side. But pretty much it's done right here. The only thing that's holding the door panel is the latch to the door. And it looks like this. Okay, so again, this is the latch that holds the door. And all you gotta do is pop it from behind like this. There's a little pin back here. You can probably see it. And it pops out. See, it came out pretty quick. This is how it looks. Okay, you pop it out, and now you have, now the whole panel is loose except for this one here. So let me go ahead and remove those, and I'll go ahead and come back and show you how it looks. Okay, so once the panel is off, there's 3 cables holding it. There's the lower cable right here. I already unplugged it. It connects to the speaker. You unplug that, and then there's another one here, connects to the tweeter on the top. You unplug it. This one here, very important. Where is it at? Right there. Okay, this cable is for the mirror switch, side mirror switch. Okay, now the mistake most people do, and I've done it myself in the beginning, I did it myself in the beginning. People try to go ahead and take this tool right here and they try to pop it out. Okay, what happens is, if you're not careful, you go ahead and chip the edges of the wood grain here, and once that's chipped, you got to replace the whole handle here. So what I did is I left it in place, so once the panel was off, let me see right here, I went ahead and stuck my finger in here and popped the switch from the back up. Okay, you gotta pop pretty hard here. Once you feel it loose, then you go here. See, it already came off here. I go ahead and remove it. You unplug this screw here, this cable here. Again, one hand doesn't work. Let me go ahead and do it right now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and remove the panel already, and this is how it looks in the back. As you can see, it's got these pins. It's got one pin right here, another one here, and this is what you use from the outside to pop these pins out. And what I mean here is, when you're popping it out, once it's in the door, try to be as close. So if I was popping this out, I would go here right next to it and pop it out from right there. The mistake most people do is they do in the middle here, and you try to go ahead and lift it up. Most of the times these pins are sunk in there, so people try to go ahead and remove it in the middle. They end up either cracking or breaking this here, damaging it. So again, try to go as close as possible. See, another pin right there, another pin right there, another pin right there just came off. So there's pins all around here. You gotta go ahead and remove them. And again, there's a speaker right here, the connection I was talking about. Right there, there's a connection to the tweeter and the handle right there. And of course you got the handle right there. Okay, and then when I was sticking my finger back here, I was popping this out. Okay, this is the switch for the side mirror. You know, you can go ahead and move them up and down, left and right, and that's how it looks. So again, this process is the same for most E46 coupe models. Again, they're from 2000, actually from 99 to 2004, and it works the same for the 323, 325, 328, I believe. So again, that's the removal process, and this is how it looks once it's been taken off. Last point I want to make here, I want to go ahead and, when I told you guys to push up here, because see these pins right here, these pins right here, they're attached here, right there and right there. Okay, so there you go. If you have any questions, please let us know. Comments, feedback would be greatly appreciated, and be sure to subscribe to our page here. You can also check us out at facebook.com/Beamer Merchant. You take it easy.